This will be Lucas Taylor. Bang down at the 21-yard line.
Bang is the word that Eric Gage has been using. He's been getting that ball in and out of his hands very quickly. The passing game has worked because no corners so far have taken away the short throws. See if Florida tries to take away the short passing game early.
Ainge will have his 3 wideouts to the right, and he opens in the spread. 4-man, 5-man rush for Florida. Here's Ainge going deep right side. Man wide open. Diving try. And it's defended by Reggie Nelson. He picked it off on the opening play.
Tennessee tried to play off that short passing game and go for the bomb on first down. Eric Ainge, wide open receiver, and let that ball hang. That ball needed to be darted out there. Against Florida's secondary, you cannot lay that ball out. The free safety, Reggie Nelson, comes across, makes the play on it. That was pretty simple interception. You think you got a guy wide open, but Vern, this ain't Air Force.
As we have learned. Nelson from Melbourne, Florida. And now here's Chris Lee. That's Nelson's 2nd interception, 3rd thrown by Ainge this year. The give goes to Deshaun Wynn, number 21. Nothing there. Chris Lee in his 4th year as a starter, but only 7-7 against top 25 teams.
Well, that's not all his fault. This team was a team in transition when Chris Leak started playing quarterback. They did not have the weapons that a lot of Florida quarterbacks have had in the past. I think he's done his part. Can the rest of the Florida team do their part? It's like 12 men in the huddle already.
Yep. Thomas Ritter is our official.
Increasing fraction on the offense. 12 players in the huddle. 5-yard penalty. Make it 2nd down.
12 men in the huddle against Florida. Alertly determined by eagle-eyed Gary Danielson.
Yeah. Got to wear those glasses to read now, but I can still see that down on the field.
After the 5-yard mark off, it's 2nd down and 16. Three men load up on the left side, and the pass is complete to Deshaun Wynn. Breaks the early tackle from Gerard Mayo, and then Jonathan Wade made the tackle. Let's check the offensive lineup presented by Applebee's. Troutwine, Tart, Rissler, Drumler, Carlton, Metter. The front offensive line. The only returning starter is Rissler. Baker, Caldwell, Keaston Moore in the backfield, Latsko, and Jemalle Cornelius. 3rd and 10. Blitz, safety. Leak steps up, delivers it left side, incomplete.
I'm really surprised Florida went with an intricate pass route. The MO for Tennessee last year was they're going to come after you. They come after Leak on the first play, and Florida is running an in and out to the outside. Not enough time to throw that route. That's a bad call.
Eric Wilbur is on to punt for only the 5th time this year. Austin Rogers, one of the wideouts for Tennessee.
Swinging gate of a punt formation here almost.
Yes, it is. That's a line drive punt. Nope, chases Rogers, and he makes the fair catch at the 6. Well,
2 mental mistakes. Bad call on 3rd down and a bad fair catch on the punt.
No score, 12:27 to go in the first quarter, and let's check the rest of the Tennessee offense. Up front, you've got the all-conference player Aaron Sears, Ligon, Frog, walk-on, Parker, and Young. And Robert Meacham, who's off to a sensational start. Foster's listed as the starter, but it will be Montario Hardesty. Foster with a bum ankle. Anderson, Brown. And they'll go with the jumbo package here after that Austin Rogers mental mistake of fair catching it inside the 10.
And an interception from their quarterback. That often happens. You go to the running game. At least when I played it was.
High formation. 1st down from the 6. Play fake. Little pass into the flat. And it's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Pass to Corey Anderson. Speaking of heavyweights, 260-pounder. Here's the defensive group. This is a really good front four. McDonald, Thomas, Cohen, Jarvis Moss. The linebackers, Crum, joined by Siler and Everett. Both of those two fellas are really good. And Lewis, Nelson, Tony Joyner, and Smith in the backfield. Handoff. Nice little move by Hardesty, but he runs into a defensive man after no gain.
You know, when you sit up here and you just look at it, both defenses are going to put men in the box. They're going to put 8 or 9 guys up there. Both defenses really have the same style, and they're saying, if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to beat our corners. It's just as simple as that. Until both teams show that they can throw the ball effectively, it's going to be really tough to run it.
3rd and 4 from the 11. Blitz. Ainge reads it, gets rid of it. First down out to the 19-yard line. The catch made by Robert Meacham, number 3. You know, Gary, you talk about the deficiencies in this team, and we chatted with Philip Fulmer and with David Cutcliffe. They both seem to imply that the wide receivers fell short
a year ago. In fact, David Cutcliffe told me that when he was watching the game, he'd like to go down and kick one of those receivers' butt if they didn't get off that bump and run a couple times. Receivers have to get open. Nothing works if they don't get open. And last year against Florida, they just didn't get open.
Meacham already averaging 148.5 per game. And here's a pass into the flat. And nothing doing on that one. And Gary, your keys for the game.
Well, I think it's going to be which team can put some type of pressure on the quarterback. That doesn't mean sacks, and that doesn't always mean pass rush. That might be changing the secondary, blitzing, zone blitzing, but they must throw the quarterbacks a little off stride. Trench warfare. Both of these offensive lines are a little bit young, and they're playing against great defensive lines, and both teams got great athletes. If you don't tackle in space, there's going to be big plays.
With a little space now from the 20. Tennessee goes from the shotgun again. Here comes the corner blitz. Ainge darts right and throws it away. They got the pressure.
Yeah, and when Eric Ainge talked to us yesterday, he said the mistakes I made in 2005 was scrambling. And when I scrambled, I always tried to make a big play. Coaches drummed into me, if you scramble, be conservative. It's not a bad thing to throw the ball away, and that's exactly what he did there.
3rd and 10.
He got that audible from the coach, from the sideline.
Good protection, clips it out. Jason Swain, there's not much of a gain, about 4 yards. Good corner coverage. And it was linebacker Earl Everett who dropped back.
I don't blame for you saying corner because they run like corners. That's what the Florida linebackers can do. And see, those are the plays that, you got to be willing to punt the ball every once in a while. But those are the plays that this speed in the secondary are eating up that were big plays for Tennessee against Cal and Air Force.
Colquitt is back to punt. Brandon James, a 5'5" freshman, gathers it at the 29. This guy can really scoot, but only if he's got room to run.
Yeah, he's got to have scootable room is what it is.
Air Force ran for 281 yards with the flex bone against this Tennessee defense. 281. And lost by 1 when they went for a 2-point play with 1:30 to go. There's the handoff to Deshaun Wynn. Nice spin move as he gets through the line. And he's out to the 43. And let's complete the starting lineups by introducing you to the Volunteer defense. Up front, Xavier Mitchell, Harrell, what a story. Playing his final game, Turk McBride and Reynolds. Carl, Mitchell, and Mayo are the linebackers. And Inky Johnson, seriously injured. Right upper extremity, out for the season. So there's been some changes in that defensive lineup. Here's Justin Harrell. 2nd down. That's Turk McBride, who moved before the snap.
A lot of talk about 105,000 people here. Florida has used the silent count even at home in a game preparing for this football game.
I found that really interesting. In their game against Central Florida last week, they went with a silent count in the swamp for the duration.
And when I was there to watch practice, they did it the whole practice situation, preparing. And this was prior to their opening game. I went and watched practice. So they've really been preparing for this 100,000+ ever since all fall and in a regular season game. I haven't heard about that much, a silent count at home. You're right.
He's still second down.
Steve Rissler was a starting guard last year. Replaces Mike DeGore, the 4-year starter, at center. And he will snap it back to Chris Leak on 2nd and short. Goes to Deshaun Wynn. And it's Justin Harrell. Help from Xavier Mitchell.
Silent count is off, and they'll watch the center's head. He'll turn it right before the snap. That gives the offensive lineman a little indication of what's going to happen. Unfortunately, big number 92 doesn't need an indication. He can just make plays.
That's Marvin Mitchell, and it's 3rd and short. They stack the eye. Hand off, and this will be a first down Florida as it goes to the 3rd man through, Deshaun Wynn. Wynn is one of those who's been in and out of Urban Meyer's doghouse, more out or in than out. But he's really in shape this year, and Meyer had some kind things to say about it.
Yeah, I don't think you have any choice if you're going to play for Urban Meyer. You got to get in shape. The way this offense is designed, he needs quick strike running backs. There's not a lot of blocking done from those positions. You have to run the draw and get chunks of yardage.
How bad was it? Urban Meyer, after spring practice, referred to his running backs as trash. First down and 10. This is Percy Harvin, the freshman. He has electrified the crowd in Gainesville, averaging 13 yards on every touch, 6 runs and 7 pass receptions. He's a freshman out of Virginia.
Well, I said the big guys and the receivers and the money guys don't have to block. Well, maybe I was wrong. Watch the left side of your screen. Number 81, Dallas Baker. Right there. Look at that block. He gets up. You don't have to knock anybody down. With the type of athletes Florida has, you get up into somebody's face, and that got the first down.
That's a gain of 13 for the freshman. And a first down 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll give it to Wynn again. He finds a hole in the middle and plunges down to the 31. All right, Tim, thank you. Zip, zip here, 2nd down and 2. Tim Tebow is in, the freshman quarterback from St. Augustine, Nice, and here is what he does so well. You talk about a contrast in league style.
Yeah, I am not surprised. When you look at how these teams ran the ball last year against each other, the missing ingredient is a running quarterback. That is what gets the defenses off balance. And how hard can that be? If you know it, when you're 6'3", 225 pounds, and you run the ball like this, you don't have to have a lot of experience. He's not bringing them in there to read coverages. He's bringing them in there to be the fullback almost.
Tim Tebow, you see all of the records he holds. Nice High School, St. Augustine, one of the most highly recruited quarterbacks in the country. Leak is back in there on first down. Leak has it, pulls back, fires left side, caught, out of bounds, touchdown. Good job of officiating. Jemalle Cornelius, 21 yards. They beat Hefney on the play.
Well, it's hard to score 7 points. You're going to see Leak come out this way in a crossing route all the way across the field like that from Cornelius. Misdirection one way. When you got a running game, all of a sudden you can run the ball. Tennessee gets a little bit confused, and I think he got in. I didn't see that toe touch the line. I think he did it perfectly. The field judge got it exactly right.
That's Mike Washington with the call. He went back for help. Yep.
Hit the pylon. I think that's 6 points. Oh, what a nice layout. And what a beautiful drive.
There's Thomas Ritter.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Chris Hetland on for the extra point. Butch Rowley is the holder. There have been problems on these extra points between the snapper, the holder, and the kicker. He's not back to return the kickoff. LaMarcus Coker is back for Tennessee. He's joined by Lucas Taylor. This one taken at the 18. Down the right side and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Elix Wilson, the linebacker.
Elix Wilson was the blocking back about the 20-yard line. He's tiptoeing down the sideline, and I think that's a good no call. You can't tell exactly if he's right on the sideline or right out. A little bump to the sideline. It happened right on the Tennessee bench, and I think that's a good no call.
And as a result, Eric Ainge has his men set at the 35-yard line. First down and 10. Montario Hardesty comes left, number 2. Redshirt freshman out of North Carolina. Mr. Esiason.
They do it right there, don't they?
You know, we made a couple of great acquisitions this year.
Well, thank you.
You being in that group.
Uh-oh.
This one, almost intercepted. That was Ryan Smith, number 28.
You know, there's something when watching Tennessee right here that's really stuck out for me so far, Vern. We look at this thing from behind. You know, if you force anyone to do something a little quicker than what they're used to, talking, you know, juggling, playing football in this case, Florida has upped the tempo of this game, and Tennessee is quite not used to it. They're used to a little tempo game, different game when they face California, who was in awe, and Air Force.
Of course, they jumped out to a 35-0 win in that much-anticipated battle with California, batted back for the second time. And it will be 3rd and 10.
That was big Ray McDonald right there, defensive end. Came off the outside, and those short drops, that's what Florida is ready for. They're ready for short drops coming in and out of the hands, and they're saying jump. He beat the block of Eric Young, did not keep him down, and tipped the ball.
And a flag on the play, so there's a conversation with Thomas Ritter. And Daniel Pulley, the umpire.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Number 9. After the play. 15-yard penalty. 4th down.
Wow. That's Brett Smith.
Senior.
Yes.
Brett Smith.
Missed last week's game against the Air Force because of a concussion. And
maybe he'll plead that it's still lingering.
I was thinking that.
That's like a 15-yard gain for Florida, though.
Britton Colquitt, the sophomore of the kicking Colquitts, is back for the second time. Brandon James awaits this one. Oh, boy, Colquitt nailed it. But he might have outkicked the coverage. Here's Brandon James with a lot of room. I'm telling you, the guy can really scoot. Colquitt saves a touchdown.
He sure did.
He's listed at 5'7".
Well,
those who stand next to him say,
I know, 5'5". Yeah, the flag down on the play looks like it's going to come back, but you can see
there is no foul for an illegal block. Everything was legal.
Whoa. Don't throw a yellow flag in front of 100,000 people if you don't mean it. Is that the kind of what you think here?
Yeah, at least make it orange.
Well, he gathered it over his shoulder. I think you made the right call, Vern. It was kicked a little bit too far for the coverage to get there. You see a missed tackle right there. And Colquitt actually tripped him, did he? And did he trip him or did he grab him? That was a trip. Should have been a penalty.
Timeout. 2 men to the left, 1 right. Play fake to Harbin. Here's Leak. Going to Harbin. Double coverage. Wade playing center field makes the interception and is knocked down as he crosses the 50 to the 48. A very poor decision by Chris Leak.
Yeah, everything on first down especially. You've got everything going your way. You got one-on-one coverage and you throw clear across the field. And quarterback Jonathan Wade, number 4, the corner, has got his guy man-to-man and he reads this very, very slow. Both quarterbacks have let the ball hang one time. Here's Wade right here. Watch the coverage on the bottom of the screen. Little play-action pass, a roll, and then one-on-one to the top of the screen. comes back and throws one of those lob passes. It was not man coverage. Wades to the outside, just reading the quarterback, and both quarterbacks have given the other team a cheap INT.
Tennessee, first time across midfield. They trail by 7. Here's Ainge, who is not off to an auspicious start. He hands it off. Broken tackle. Hardesty bounces it right. Brian Crum, number 13, is up to make the tackle at the 45-yard line.
Maybe they should have let the wide receiver throw it like I was calling on that one.
Well, you had Harvin involved in the play.
It was a little bit of a trick play, but they caught Tennessee in a zone defense that time, so it worked. You know, that time, Jarvis Moss, number 94, did the one thing you can't do as a tackler. We talked about tackling in the open field with these athletes. He tried to block the ball carrier. You must wrap it up. Bring your hands when you tackle.
2nd down and 6. Gain of 4 on the last. 7-0. Turnovers now even. Ainge chased. Marcus Thomas, number 44. The pass complete. It's Robert Meacham. Meacham, who had those 2 huge receptions against California for touchdowns, makes that one good for 24.
Well, I'll tell you, pressure right up the middle. You've got a defense. Greg Madison, defensive line coach, watch right up the gut here. He's going to get pressure to start out. Ainge makes a miss. You can see it right up the middle. It was Marcus Thomas, forced it out wide, and then a missed tackle by Reggie Lewis, and turns a potential sack into a 24-yard gain. Another missed tackle for the Florida defense.
Robert Meacham already with 14 catches in this young season. Here's a play fake. Ainge flips it left side. Meacham again, and he steps out of bounds. Offensive coordinator Randy Sanders resigned from that spot last year. David Cutcliffe, on this staff for so long, was the offensive coordinator back in the 90s, became the head coach at Ole Miss. Fired, triple bypass surgery.
Yeah, he's been through, worked for Charlie Weiss. He's done everything that's hard already. I'll tell you what, he's coached Schuler, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. He's got another good one right here, and he's not letting an interception bother his play calling right now.
2nd down. Ainge trips.
And he got stepped on. Offensive line was pushed back just a little bit that time, and he got stepped on. Little pressure inside. Quarterback does not get enough distance. Leaves his left foot behind, and his own center steps on him that play, so you get a negative play, another self-inflicted wound. So instead of 3rd or in a 1 or 3rd and short, it's 3rd and 7 or 8, much tougher against this Florida defense.
Jason Swain and Brett Smith both go wide to the right. Meacham, bottom of the screen. 3rd and 7. Florida brings 5. Ainge pumps, nobody open. Moves to his right. He's not that good a scrambler. He throws it away. He was outside the tackle box. It went beyond the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that's what he's been taught, and that was great coverage by that Florida secondary. When I watched Florida practice, I thought they were a bit vulnerable in the secondary. They don't have a lot of experience there, but boy, they've come on. Watching them play out here, they're very aggressive. They have a lot of confidence, and I think, you know, Ryan Smith coming to this team, the transfer from Utah, has really settled down this secondary. He knows the defense, and has given that whole secondary a much calmer look.
James Wilhoit, only his 2nd field goal attempt of the year. It was Wilhoit who kicked a 50-yarder for the victory. 30-28 here 2 years ago. This one inside the left upright. A kicker's response.
Right.
Turn it upside down.
Maybe it's higher that way, right? Oh, he nailed it.
Well, whatever gets you through the night.
That's right. It's my theory.
A couple of days, but a serious injury, whether or not he will ever play again, remains a question. Here's Cornelius in motion. The handoff goes to Deshaun Wynn, number 21. Turk McBride, number 90, with the stop. And for more on Inky Johnson, let's go down to Tracy Wolfson.
Thanks, guys. I spoke with Tennessee's former orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Bill Yeomans, just before the game, and he said Johnson has severe nerve damage in his arm, and he still has no movement there at all. His prognosis is still unknown. What is known, though, is it will be a long road ahead. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Tracy. 2nd down and 8. 7-3. Leak drills it. First down across the 30. First down and 10 after the 12-yard gain. Leak flips it out left side. Caught by Deshaun Wynn, young man out of Cincinnati.
But does Chris Leak look comfortable out there? I know he threw a bad pass, and we all throw these bad passes, but he just looks like, you know, the second year in an offense, he's not trying to learn it. He's actually trying to perform it. And there's a big difference when you get out there. He just looks like, I know where they're coming from. I know where they're rushing. I know what I want to do with the ball.
Well, in personality and in demeanor, he's been a very quiet part of this football team. Of course, his brother CJ played here at Tennessee as a quarterback. Chris Leak heavily recruited by the Volunteers. And it was his perception of the treatment of CJ Leak that caused him ultimately to reject Tennessee and sign with Florida. That goes back to 2002. But Chris Leak has been in this stadium many times. He's telling us earlier in the week he remembers vividly, Gary, watching Tennessee play Vanderbilt, winning it 41-0 in Peyton Manning's last game.
Well, when you watch Peyton Manning play, you remember that. That wouldn't be hard. You know, I like what Florida's doing here, though, Vern. They're not gaining a lot of yards running the ball, but they're not giving up on the run.
Justin Harrell playing in his final game. Ruptured biceps tendon. He'll have surgery after this game and be out for the season. He's on defense. We begin the second quarter. Florida leads it. They look at a 3rd and 3 here. Grissler snaps it back to Leak. Lots of time. Flips it deep. It's caught across the 50 at the 48-yard line as the Florida Gators take this 7-3 lead. And that one caught by Percy Harvin, the freshman. On 1st and 10, Leak awaits the snap of Grissler. They come left. It's Deshaun Wynn, who's been the workhorse, and a nice bit of running as he cuts inside the 35. That is a 14-yard gain.
Well, when you consider that this defense only gave up 4 plays all year that gained more than 20 yards, you can see how effective this offensive line is in rushing the ball. That's a good job. Fit right there, and a good job of reading those blocks and getting into the secondary, and that is a godsend to a quarterback in the spread offense. Here's that 2 tight end look again. 1 tight end, 2 tight ends. Right there, that's what produced the touchdown last time Florida got into that area.
Rushing yardage edge now, 53-5. This is Cornelius. And there's Leak. This Florida team lost on the road last year big at Alabama. They lost 3 while traveling. Urban Meyer really wants to emphasize winning on the road. Here's Leak, right side. That one is caught by Cornelius. Jemalle Cornelius.
And see, that's what drives you crazy, and that's what a spread offense loves. A spread offense wants to throw the ball short and make missed tackles on the play. This is so simple. This is pitch and catch for a guy as good as Chris Leak. It's going to happen way up there, right underneath our SEC by CBS right there. We got a guy hidden. You throw it up. It's a little easy pitch and catch, missed tackle. That's what the key is.
And you got the curveball pitcher, and now you bring in
the fastball.
Here's Tim Tebow.
Had 2 turnovers last week. I expect another quarterback to run.
Tebow run all the way. And the 6'3", 229-pounder appears to have enough for the first down. Tim Tebow, highly recruited. We ran into him on his official visit at Alabama last year, but said he grew up wanting to play for the Gators and fulfilling a dream.
Urban Meyer told me a good story about Tebow's recruiting. He said he came down to the last day. He did not have any idea if he was going to come to Florida or not. He said, I stayed at the office all day. I said, heck with it. I'm going home. And I got a call from Tim Tebow about 10 minutes before he was supposed to announce. He said, I'm talking to him, and Tebow says, Coach, I got to ask you just one question. And Urban said his cell phone went dead. He did not get the question out, and he didn't know it till he found out an hour later which way he was going. Boy, it's a long hour, wasn't it?
Well, Tim Tebow, along with Matthew Stafford at Georgia, Mitch Mustaine at Arkansas, 3 of the most highly recruited high school quarterbacks of the year ago. This is the 10th play of the drive. And Leak back in at quarterback. Handoff, they go right. That was Deshaun Wynn again. Deshaun Wynn grew up in Cincinnati, but always wanted to play for Florida, recruited by Ron Zook, and he really has had some issues with his weight, with his
commitment. His commitment. Yeah. It's a lot of these players, and I think it happened on Tennessee last year. They think the end of the world is signing a scholarship at Tennessee and Florida, and then after that, it all becomes easy. We're just going to go play in the SEC championship. Found out in this league with a lot of good players, it ain't that easy anymore.
2nd down and 10. Contact? Yes.
Now that might be encroachment by the defense because Tennessee was in the neutral zone when the left guard moved on that play.
Marvin Mitchell is the man who came across.
You're going to see coming in here right there. Mitchell's going to come. Now watch. Jim Tart moves just as it comes in.
Dead ball. False start. Number 63 offense. 5-yard penalty remains 2nd down.
Well, you can see it. If Urban had my telestrator, he'd even be more mad than he is right now.
Yes. Jim Tart. I always... Urban Meyer really furious at the call.
I'm surprised. I mean, that was the defender really caused that movement right there. That was a big break. Now, Tennessee must take advantage of it. The worst they can give up right here is 3 points. Their defense needs to handle this adversity early in the game.
Play clock at 1. Timeout.
Florida star freshman Percy Harvin is on the training table. He was getting his left ankle taped. He tried to run on it. I was told he's going to try and go back into the game, but it's still something to keep an eye on.
All right, 1 run thus far, Tracy, and that was for 13 yards. Here is Chris Leak. It's 2nd down and 15. Tennessee brings just 4. Leak with good protection. Fires it in the middle, and it is bobbled and dropped at the 2-yard line. Andre Bubba Caldwell, who in this game last year suffered a broken leg on a kickoff return and missed the rest of the year.
Yeah, Demetrius Morley that time did a great job. Their outstanding true sophomore, number 20, comes right across and picks off that play. The ball, again, hung just a bit. Inside, Justin Harrell, who has played a lot in this football game. Even though he's playing one hand, he's really playing most of the football game, and that's what you got to do. Hassle the quarterback. A little bit after every throw, put him on the ground.
3rd and 15. Blitz. Leak down. Kirk McBride.
A funny call by Florida. 3rd and very long, and they end up getting sacked and taking it out of field goal range. You can see it, Chris Leak right there. Nobody open to throw to. I thought for sure they were going to throw something short or run it up and try to kick a field goal. Justin Harrell playing with one arm, puts the pressure on and forces Leak not to throw the ball. I thought that was a curious call, and now it's a 51-yard field goal. Points are so important when you're heavyweights.
And this is Chris Hetler's first attempt of the year. He kicked 3 of 3 last year in the win over Tennessee and helped earn a scholarship. This one, no.
Right at the limit. That was a long kick. You don't expect to make those.
Now that is exciting. Mustang and Arkansas won today. Stafford and Georgia won today. They're 3-0. They get Colorado next week. Here's Ainge out to the left. That's a quick flip. It's a pleasure to do this. It's time now for the trivia question of the day. Filmer, Cutliff, and Chavis are 47-5 as head coach and coordinators. 3 of the losses were against Florida. Who were the other 2 losses against? Now, you got to wait.
Wait?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't?
No, I just got here. You got to ask me a future question.
Oh, dear. The three of them were 95.
You know, when you go 47-5, who cares?
Yeah, that's right. There's John Chavis, associate head coach.
You know who does? Volunteer fans. That's who cares.
And David Cutlet. Still a mystery to me why he was let go at Ole Miss, but that's a story for another day.
They might be second-guessing that themselves right now.
3rd and 5. Here's Ainge. Got it. Brett Smith. Hauled down at the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Tennessee. 11-yard gain.
Matched up against Jermaine McCullum, number 18. They call it a choice route. You'll come in, you'll freeze, and then you come back out of it. Boy, they practice that all day at the practice field. Great timing, and you can see what Eric Ainge is doing now. He's on his toes, and he's delivering that ball with authority, not throwing that ball up in the air. You cannot lob the ball in this league. I've seen it done sometimes in college football, but not in the SEC. You can't lob the ball.
See the overwhelming time of possession. It's a first down Tennessee here. Florida leading 7-3. Here's the reverse. And they set up the pass. Oh, they've got a man wide open. Lucas Taylor in the corner. Touchdown. There's a flag. Taylor to Coker for 6. But let's see.
That was on Florida, and it was the perfect call. You got an aggressive defense, and they gimmicked it. You fake the ball to the tailback. The wide receiver throws the ball to the tailback.
12 throws it to 22. It's Lucas Taylor to the redshirt freshman LaMarcus Coker.
And Lucas Taylor was a high school quarterback. That's a pretty smart drawn-up play, isn't it? That's the call I was looking for from Florida.
Roughing the passer. Declined, of course, and for the 10th point, James Wilhoit. Taylor to Coker. Look at it again.
Here's how it's going to happen. You're going to fake the ball to this guy right here. Going down the sideline. Running back comes out. But watch Eric Ainge. Watch what he does. He says he's wide open. Throw him the football. When you get help like that, it's easy for the wide receiver to say, I can find the guy. Just as he let it go, this was the flag. A late hit on the wide receiver quarterback. When you get a number 12, they protect you.
LaMarcus Coker had to back up, but he got it, and he scored.
Stopped him. It's our ball.
Wilhoit. This will be returned from a yard into the end zone.
That was a mistake.
Yes, it was.
You can return it from a yard in the end zone when you kick the ball off in the normal spot. But when you kick it off from the 50, those cover guys are going to get down there too quick. Should have taken a knee in the end zone. You can see it. They could have gone down and taken a knee on the play and got it at the 20. That allowed that speed to get down there from the 50. Hey, it's a big-time game. I understand that. Things are happening fast. But some of these decisions are allowing these great athletes to put the offenses in tough positions.
That's the second mistake we've seen, a mental error in the kicking game. Recall that Austin Rogers of Tennessee fair caught a punt in roughly this same spot. That was Brandon James and the tackle made by Quentin Hancock. Oh, baby! Robert Ayers, number 91, nearly beheaded Jemalle Cornelius.
Got that cast taken off his left hand. He just explodes upfield right there. Gets the play and takes, as you said, almost the head off of the player. Whoa.
2nd and 16 at the 2.
That was it, running against an air block, too, that time.
Here's where that silent cadence will come in. See how effective it is from the 2-yard line. Play fake. How about this? But Wade is back there and almost picked it off. He never, ever was fooled.
No, it was almost a little obvious that time. Wade was not going to fall for the stutter from Dallas Baker that time. Florida tried to go for the big play, and Wade says, listen, you know, I'll give you 7 yards, but I ain't giving you a 99 touchdown. Bert Lundquist will know my name right away.
Chris Leak looks over at the Florida bench. 3rd and 16 at the 2.
Florida needs about 4 or 5 yards just for a good punt here.
Tennessee brings 4. They stunt. Pre-snap penalty. Flag thrown by the line judge on this side before the snap was made.
Hey, you look at Chris Leak's face, though. He does not look flustered. He's been in his big games before. He looks very calm, and he has to portray that now.
Good ball. False start on the tight end. Half the distance to the goal remains 3rd down.
Now half the distance is 1 yard.
Yeah, well, still not a good penalty, but right now, the rest of the guys in the huddle are looking at Chris Leak to see if he has any panic in his face, and he does not.
From the spread at the 1. Motion. And the handoff. Wynn bounces it to the outside. They got exactly what you said they needed.
Yeah, that was a big play. That's a little disappointing for right now for John Chavis.
Dickey is here tonight. Was a coach at both Florida and Tennessee, and retired recently as the athletic director here in Knoxville. Here's Wilbur. Poor punt. And it bounces sideways out of bounds just inside the 40.
That Tennessee has found something in that Florida defense, a little bit of over-aggressiveness they're taking advantage of.
Here's a play fake by Eric Ainge. Goes deep, and he's got a man. Meacham had to wait on it, and it's incomplete. Almost picked off.
Yeah, Reggie Lewis is really intercepted. He didn't get that one. Eric Ainge really had nobody to go to, and he saw Meacham late. Really couldn't throw the ball far enough. He saw him so late. Maybe because both defenders had the back to the ball for a while, he could have slipped it in there, but he's fortunate he didn't get an interception.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. Lewis, the former wide receiver.
You see why he didn't play a lot of wide receiver.
Yes. 2nd down. Here's Ainge, pump fake. In trouble, down behind the 50. Marcus Thomas, who had 2 sacks last week in the win over Central Florida, picks up his 3rd of the season. And he missed the first game because he was suspended.
Well, they say he's freakish in what he can do. Dunk a basketball, do a backflip, and right there he just ran right through Anthony Parker, number 75. And Ainge, again, had no one to go to because there was nothing but big 44 in him.
Thomas with 3 sacks in a game and a half. 3rd and 19. So that is the first sack allowed by Tennessee this season. Looked like Ainge was trying to set up a screen pass, and he throws that one. Again, he got outside the tackle box and got it.
Well, that time Jarvis Moss just abused Eric Young, number 54. And, you know, you can be as creative as you want. If your front guys can't block, the defensive line for Florida, and, you know, I kind of thought if Florida was really going to win this football game, their defensive line had to make an impact. And now it looks like they're starting to get in the face of Eric Ainge.
Well, from the 39-yard line, Tennessee winds up punting from the 49. And Britton Colquitt, who saved a touchdown with a soccer-style tackle. It's illegal, of course. But he kept Brandon James from scoring in the first quarter. Here's James at the 11. James at the 40. This one will come back. But James, how elusive is he? There's a flag back at the 31-yard line.
Jeez.
So that brilliant run, I think, is going to be negated. I'd be shocked if this one didn't come back.
Well, I tell you, that guy is a weapon. That is a weapon every time. I mean, you got to think about angle punting now against Florida, because every time he catches the ball, his stature helps him. It's just hard to get a good shot on him in these punt returns.
89-yard punt return is going to come back.
Boy, that was pretty close. I thought he got his head across on that one, to tell you the truth. Does he get it across the body? You see it, number 34 is the guy who did it.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 34 on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Dorian Monroe, number 34, is the guy who gets it. See if he gets across. Boy, right on the shoulder there. That was really close. I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. I mean, it was just a close. I could see him trying that. That was not a dumb play. That was a good try.
On the punter, Colquitt.
All right. There's another look right there. He actually clears out two guys. That was really, really close by Monroe. You can't get on him for that block.
That negates an 89-yard punt return. And Florida has the ball at the 22. Here's Leak. Under some pressure, picked off. Intercepted. This will be a Tennessee touchdown. Marvin Mitchell, middle linebacker. And a flag.
Going to be roughing the passer. Yep.
How's that for back-to-back plays?
You cannot hit the quarterback in the head.
J.T. Mapu, who is back from a 2-year Mormon mission, was a starter in 2003.
Roughing the passer, number 99 on the defense, a blow to the head. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Mapu right now is saying, I got hit harder than that when I was on my mission.
Here it is.
Number 99 throws the ball, reaches out, hits him in the head, and it's going to be called.
Yep.
Now you can understand he was kind of caught up and turned on the play. He reaches it up to try to block it, but he comes down into the helmet of Chris Leak, and Mitchell, who gets a gift, has to give it back.
Well, a punt return for a TD, negated by the illegal block. Interception for a touchdown, wiped out by roughing the passer. Here's Deshaun Wynn, who's been a busy back tonight.
You know, Tennessee fans, they really don't realize, but both of those calls were pretty borderline. But you know what? In the overall big picture, I guess it evened out.
Yep.
Here's that tight end. Latchko comes around, running the ball right up the gut of Tennessee. You can see a little errors come out of the Tennessee defense now. They got to get it back, get that intensity back.
First down on the last play. I formation on first down and 10. Corner blitz is threatened. They're coming. Maybe a loss of one. Actually, it was a linebacker blitzing. It was Mayo, number 7.
See, that's another way you hassle the quarterback. By disguising that blitz until the last second, Chris Leak was not able to get out of a play that really had no chance of working. When you want to run the ball right into that linebacker blitz, there's no one there to block him, but they had patience enough to force the play before they showed the blitz. Good defense.
In the first half already, Deshaun Wynn, 12 carries for 48 yards. This will be second down and 11. That's Keyston Moore in motion, number 33. Leak caught. First down at the 41-yard line. The catch made by Andre Bubba Caldwell, a gain of 13. Ball spotted at the 40. Caldwell, as we mentioned, broken leg, suffered on the second half kickoff return in this game in Gainesville a year ago, out for the rest of the season. Had 2 touchdown catches last week. First and 10. Option. Keyston Moore, number 33. Sophomore from Arlington, Texas. For this season, 8 for 80. Urban Meyer said of Caldwell last week, I think we finally dusted the rust off of him.
It sure did.
Moore with a 32.
That's the first time I've seen Justin Harrell, number 92, playing with that bad arm, not be able to make a play because he's playing one arm. He got into the backfield, but he just couldn't do anything with it once he got there. Big guy's right in here. Now watch him get into the backfield, but he can't reach with his left arm. He's got a chance to make the play, but he tries to reach with his right arm from behind, and he can't make it.
3rd and 2. Harrell will have surgery for that ruptured biceps tendon when this game is complete. Tim Tebow is in. He runs for the 3rd time in the ball game, and he picks up a first down.
That time he tried to reach out with his left arm, and he couldn't do it, and that might be it. No surprise. Tebow comes in on 3rd down and short and runs it. Watch the big guy inside playing with literally one arm. Surgery within 10 days. Takes on the block, reaches out with his left arm, and he knew it. That's going to hurt. That is going to sting. Now that might just sting for a while, and he'll come back in. But Tebow has come in 3 times and run 3 quarterback powers.
Justin Harrell with that ruptured biceps tendon will have surgery. It's 1st down and 10. Here's Leak back in. Right side. Caught. No catch. Out of bounds. And you might wonder about this injury to Justin Harrell. It was determined that no further serious injury could happen, but they had to operate within 10 days or atrophy would occur within the biceps tendon.
Right, and I give him a lot of credit because this will be the last time number 92 ever takes the field for Tennessee. It was retired. It's Reggie White's number. Justin Harrell's going to play it. This is the last time any Tennessee fans will ever see that number on this field again.
Well, he's from Martin, Tennessee. His mother and father are here witnessing Justin Harrell's gallant effort to finish his career at Tennessee. Here's Leak, right side. Good defensive play.
Yeah, great timing on the play, but it had to be perfect, and it was not.
Wade and Baker. Well, on the left is Edgar Harrell.
And let's recruit this guy right now. Whoever that is. If that's a younger brother, I'm giving him a scholarship.
Justin Harrell. It's 3rd down and 10. Three men down, 4-man, 5-man rush. Here's Leak, pulls up, and that's going. No, it's no penalty. I thought sure they were going to call Marvin Mitchell on Chris Leak.
It was a throwback screen that time, a gimmick play on 3rd down. Marvin Mitchell got enough speed to get in there and make that play. Going to roll to his left and throw back screen to the right. Look at Mitchell come clean, lays out, goes to the head almost again. I agree with you. Got to be careful. Go low, guys. Boy, helmet to helmet right there, and that could have been called.
Chris Hedlund's 2nd field goal attempt of the year. He missed his first from 52. This is from 47. He's now 0 for 2. Given a scholarship in the offseason. And he's 0 for 2 in this game. And there's Montario Hardesty hit by Brandon Siler. Time now for the answer to the trivia question. 3 of those losses were against Florida. You got it. You got to guess.
Well, only other team I would guess is Miami. Did they ever play Miami?
Okay.
I mean, they were a good team back in that time.
Oh, guess what? Wrong.
Wrong? Okay.
Memphis, 96, Nebraska in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
Justin Harrell heading to the locker room.
Well, that's not fair. That's when Nebraska was still running the option. They don't run that play anymore.
Hardesty caught and dropped by Jarvis Moss.
Thanks, guys. Coach, you're controlling both sides of the ball, yet you still find yourselves down by 3 on the road. What's been the problem?
Tell you what, our guys are playing their guys. This is a hell of a football game. I tell you when it's taken out of their hands a little bit. I got to watch, some of those calls because those are some big ones. But both teams are playing extremely hard. We're running the ball, but they made a couple big plays on us.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
came out of it with 1 touchdown. And here's the kick from Will Hoyt. Nails this one. It'll be a touchback. That will come out.
That with a clip, and all of a sudden you've got a bad quarter that could have been so much better.
Here's Deshaun Wynn on the first carry of the second half. And Tennessee with a big mistake.
Yeah.
An interception return for a touchdown.
Could have been
out.
worse for Florida, but right here, after that penalty, you can see Chris Leak gets a hit to the head from Mapu right there. Could have been 7 points for Tennessee. For both teams, and this is how it is. When you got an even game against great athletes, anything can change this football game. So any little thing becomes huge.
Second down, 7. Leak with pressure, and he finds a receiver at the 32-yard line out to the 35. It's Dallas Baker, number 81, and that's a gain of 12.
Well, he just showed the senior leadership of a quarterback on that one. He went to 1, 2, 3, and then back to number 2. He hung in there. He's getting rushed big time from the inside. He knew he was going to get hit, and he threw a strike to Dallas Baker. That's senior leadership of a quarterback that can bring his team back.
That's senior to senior as well. Dallas Baker had a big year last year. 13 first downs for Florida, only 4 for Tennessee. 4 wides. Leak chased, fires it and lets it go. Incomplete, threw it away. Let's check the halftime statistical breakdown between these two. 69 rushing yards to -8.
Yeah, that's, see, the guy who runs the ball doesn't always win when the other team throws a flea flicker pass for 70 yards. That's what that means.
Well, TOP, time of possession. Some feel vastly overrated.
Well, over time it makes a difference, but if you miss field goals, it all gets distorted.
Second down and 10. Tate Casey, the tight end, is tight to the right. This is Harvin back in the lineup. The handoff goes to Wynn. He comes right. And Deshaun Wynn caught for a yard gain, 1. Well, good to see Percy Harvin back on the field.
Absolutely. He is an electrifying football player. Can make plays all over the field. And I got to bet Phil Fulmer at halftime challenged this Tennessee defense to say there is no way they're running the ball for 69 yards on us in the first half. Phil Fulmer looked right at his defensive guys and said, come on. They bring that quarterback in, that second string quarterback. He's got 1 play. Don't let him make a first down.
3rd and 9. 3-man rush, zone blitz, pressure. Oh, my goodness. Xavier Mitchell, who had the big defensive stop last week when he stopped the runner on a try for 2 that would have given Air Force a lead, makes the sack.
Well, I'll tell you, he comes in right off the side right here. And Xavier Mitchell, who subbed in last year and made plays, this time he splits that offensive tackle. That's bad protection. Chris Leak is saying, I don't care how good these guys are. At least make them come to the outside, because Metter that time, Carlton Metter, just did an Olay inside to a very quick Xavier Mitchell.
Mitchell with the sack. Eric Wilbur on to punt. Jonathan Hefney is back to return it. It bounces. Hefney at the 39-yard line where he's tackled. Florida with a huge edge right now. Here's the toss. It's Montario Hardesty, the young man who took a medical red shirt a year ago when he suffered a knee injury in game against Ole Miss, and Brian Crum makes the tackle. There's number 13, Crum.
Ray McDonald, defensive end this time, right here. Takes out 2 guys on the blocking play. Watch Big Ray. Doesn't make the tackle, but takes 2 guys to block him, and that clears out linebacker to make the play, Brian Crum. You can see it. That's what defensive ends do.
Ray McDonald, victim of a torn ACL in this game last year. And then late in the season, he tore the second one, the other knee. Here's a pass. Complete. Jason Swain down the sidelines, out of bounds. Gain of 15.
When Eric Ainge has the ability to set his feet, and what he's trying to do is stay on his toes, you watch. When he has the ability to stay on his toes, watch how accurate it is. On his toes, on his toes, on his toes. There it is. You can see it right there. If you don't know where his toes are, I'll help you out right there.
Oh, I knew I'd be instructed working with you.
Throws it out and gets it. Perfect strike on the play.
That's a first down and 10 after the 15-yard gain. They'll test the middle this time. It's Hardesty. How do you like the play of Ainge in this game?
You know what really is nice about Eric Ainge? He took the adversity of a bad start and just kept plugging away.
Well, not a surprise that it would suddenly come to this. We've got a little heavyweight fight breaking out.
And a clean football game, I think.
That looked more like a jab than an uppercut.
Yeah.
Looks like it might be Ray McDonald.
And those are those self-inflicted wounds. Looked like what started this is Michael Frog, number 73,
ball foul.
gives
Personal
a push.
Foul, unnecessary
to
roughness,
McDonald.
number 44 on the
See if we can
defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Well, they got Marcus Thomas, who is, you want to talk about jawboning.
Yeah, he did it, that's for sure. He is coming out, and he's lighting up those guys.
Take a look at Thomas, number 44. Oh, my gosh.
Gets a little kick. That
a little
lot
left
of
to the
problems.
kidney.
Yes, that's not even legal in heavyweight boxing.
No. First down. Here's Ainge. Off balance throw, but it's incomplete.
But again,
Swain.
a safe throw. A spot where only one guy could get it. Either Jason Swain gets it or not. It's really ironic when we were talking to Eric Ainge. He said, you know what happened to me a little bit is I had so much success as a freshman scrambling out of the pocket. And I'm getting all these press and the radio shows and everybody on campus and saying what a great playmaker you are. You know, you're the next Brett Favre. And all of a sudden, my sophomore year, that high wire act of those scrambling plays backfired. And I lost a little confidence. David Cutcliffe said, be conservative when you scramble. And that was a conservative throw.
Second down and 10. Blitz threatened by Florida. Now they back away. Now here they come. Here's Ainge. Quick one. Hot read. And he's got a man to the 15. To the 10. It's Jason Swain. Touchdown. Eric Ainge has learned how to do the Gator chop.
Still a lot of time left in this game, Eric Ainge. Get back there and start studying.
Here's Swain.
Perfect throw, like handing the baton to a track guy. Swain lays out. Does his knee come down or not?
I think so.
It did, just before he crossed the line.
And the play, as all plays are, is being reviewed.
How ironic. Swain's looking back. Just get to the corner of the end zone. This is a guy that did not score a touchdown in 05. Now, one touchdown comes back. He could have scored, but he was really preoccupied with behind Ryan Smith catching him and really didn't motor into the end zone. His knee came down. Was the ball across the plane?
Video evidence shows that the runner's knee was down before the ball crossed the plane. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line, first down.
You know he's going to chase you.
First and goal at the 1. I formation, 2 tight ends. They hand it off, left side. No touchdown. Brian Crum stops Montario Hardesty.
This is no sure thing in this league.
Nor is it when Iowa plays Syracuse.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Iowa held Syracuse out of the end zone last week, 7 attempts from the 2-yard line.
Hey, you know who made the game-saving tackle in that? Greg Madison's defensive coordinator's son from Florida made the tackle.
Second down. They'll try Hardesty. No signal.
Now, there was immediate pressure inside. That had to be Thomas or Harris or Cohn inside. I thought Ainge was going to fumble the snap count.
Third and goal.
I think it might have been Ray McDonald, number 95, that was right over the nose. Right here, see if you don't get a push early in this play, right inside. That's Ray McDonald. It is.
Yes.
He just blew up that play and forced it into the backfield.
Third and goal. David Holbert and Hardesty are in the eye. Holbert's the fullback. Hardesty gets it. Touchdown. Tennessee. And a little relief.
You bet.
And now Will Hoyt on for the extra point. High snap, but held well by Casey Woods. 8 plays. It took 3:06. Hardesty with a 1-yard run. And the Volunteers lead by 10.
Yeah, but they added more expensive ones, so they're making more money.
Of course. There's a shock. And this one, oh boy. Keaston Moore thought about coming out of the end zone, and well, James Wilhoit, he's had a good night tonight with kickoffs and a field goal.
You know, there's nobody to talk to.
Yes, but it's not dancing.
That's right.
As Matt Leinart did last year famously at Southern Cal. And just to complete that thought, Red Lobster's commitment to the investment of our future is shown tonight.
Justin Harrell's back in a football game.
Oh my gosh. Justin Harrell. Number 92. Here's Leak. Flips it. Nice run.
Jeez, he blew that play up too. Nice call that time by Florida, the option play. See the option play going inside. Harrell's just going to blow the play up inside. Pitch to the outside. Good blocking by the receivers again. Those Florida receivers, you're not going to play if you don't block. And big guy inside, one arm, just blows up that offensive line. That time with Steve Rissler, the center.
Here's Leak. Under some pressure, fires it. It is caught. Dallas Baker out to the 48-yard line. Well, 7 games involving teams in the top 25 around the country today. And what most surprised you on this list?
Well,
I think I know.
be Michigan's day today.
Yep.
I mean, isn't what Michigan did the most surprising thing to everyone around the country? Puts them into the hunt for not only the Big Ten, but still in that national championship picture.
On first down, here's Leak. Flips it out right side. Caught by Andre Caldwell. He's in heavy traffic and is brought down at the 46-yard line.
That's the only way you can really handle a screen team and a speed team is pursuit of the football. At time, Tennessee's defense, and we saw it out at practice when we were out there, it was when that ball is thrown, run to the ball. Florida, now remember, with the clock, Vern, the game is shorter. They are seeing this. They're down already. They score, so they're going hurry up already, no huddle.
Low snap. Leak hustles to his left. Pulls up and lets it go, and it is incomplete. Intended for Jemalle Cornelius. Well, the timing changes are the most significant rules changes in college football this year.
You know, I'm going to be kind of swimming against the grain here. I like the overall goal of having less plays for the college football season because they're playing 12 games. I think stopping the clock after a change of possession is hokey, though. Find another way to do it. That just seems an odd way to shave it off. Be like not playing the 18th hole in golf. Find another way to do it.
Now, Urban Meyer has gone on record as not being in favor of the rules changes. Philip Fulmer said his team hasn't been affected, but he didn't think he liked them. Another low snap, Leak, and it's incomplete. It'll be 4th down. So great defensive pressure and a problem with Steve Rissler, the center, and Chris Leak as back-to-back low snaps.
Yeah, you got it, Vern. Exactly what I was going to say. And what it does is it forces the quarterback, watch Leak, to take his eyes off the coverage. He has to look down, and believe me, when you try to refocus after you've already looked down, it looks like a blur out there. It looks like an orange creamsicle out there, and you have no idea where everybody's going.
And as a result, Eric Wilbur is on to punt. Fair catch. Jonathan Hefney grabs it just outside the 10-yard line. A 44-yard punt. Nothing on the return. They will run it on first down, and they don't get a thing. Hardesty with the carry, 8 yards.
They're negative yards rushing for the game.
2nd and 10. And they'll try it again. Cuts back, and there's Ray McDonald. He's really an inspirational story. Very much like, not quite as dramatic tonight as Justin Harrell's, but here's McDonald, who suffered a torn ACL here, or rather in Gainesville in this game. Tried to come back, and he said he came back a little early.
Right.
Limped out against LSU and then suffered another torn ACL. Had both knees in rehab at the same time.
It is amazing. They waited a little bit in between. They had both knee surgery so he could rehab one and then rehab the other. But there he is out there the next season. Boy, the advancement in the medicine is amazing nowadays.
3rd and 8. Blitz. Ainge in trouble. Gets rid of it.
That's going to be a sack. Yep, it's going to be a safety. It's going to be a safety.
Intentional grounding in the end zone.
Oh, he's saying he threw it to a guy.
Oh.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. Number 2 was right in the area attempting to make the catch.
That's a huge call. It was reminiscent, scarily reminiscent for all these Tennessee fans of the LSU game when Ainge took a throw like that. Now watch this. Off the corner, you're going to see a corner blitz, slot blitz right there. Ainge, one-on-one, gets grabbed, throws it to the running back right there. There's the running back right there that he throws the ball to. Let's see how close it comes to him. Close enough. Yes, that it is. From the end zone. Now watch. Comes right to it. Wonderful play to get back in the play. Oh, that could have gone either way. That was closer to Eric Young than it was to Hardesty, wasn't it?
Well, it sure was reminiscent of that very poor play at LSU last year. And good downfield coverage by Tennessee. A flag is down at the 38-yard line.
Rico McCoy did that play. And one of their outstanding speed linebackers was on coverage that time and made that play to save that play.
And it will go against Florida.
Boy, Florida's wondering when they're going to get a call here, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. 7th penalty against Florida.
During the return.
Well, we lost Thomas Ritter's microphone, but it is against the Gators. Looked like it might have been against Brandon James. So they step it off.
Just think about what happened. Ainge was in the end zone, and now Florida gets the ball on their 27-yard line. That is a big turn of events.
It was an illegal block in the back. 1st down and 10. Leak out of the gun. Blitz from the corner. The handoff to Wynn. He's carried the heavy luggage tonight. Keyston Moore, with whom we expected him to split time, has not played at all.
Watch Turk McBride right here. Big defensive end. He's going to make the play by turning it inside. This is what you're taught to do. Close down, take on 1, take on 2, force it back inside to your linebackers and clean it up. That's why it's hard to rush against this Tennessee defense, and it's been so long since anyone has rushed for 100 yards, 14 straight games, anyone's done it.
2nd and 9. Three wide to the left. Option. Leak keeps it. And is very close for the 1st down. And that is not something that we've been accustomed to seeing Chris Leak do in the last couple of years.
I don't think Florida has any choice. They need, now with this lead the way it is, and their inability now to get anything going, they're saying, Chris, I'm sorry, I know you don't like to run the option. You're running the option because we watched that Air Force film and they just tore this team up with this same type of wing bone type play. And look what we can do when we run the full Urban Meyer offense. There's plays all over the field.
That was a gain of 9 and a 1st down for the Gators at the 38-yard line. Keyston Moore is the running back now. Billy Latsko, the H-back, sets up left. Here's the fake. Leak goes deep. Caught by Cornelius, and he's inside the 40. Andre Caldwell, beg your pardon, 5 instead of 6.
Well, I tell you, these two quarterbacks, if you give them time, if you don't hassle these quarterbacks, they're going to put the ball on the money. Now watch. There's Caldwell, comes upfield, crossing right across the middle. Ball is thrown in the perfect spot. inside the numbers, right on the hash. When you're facing those teams that are playing 3 deep zone blitzes, you want to throw that ball near the hash marks, and that's exactly where that ball was delivered.
Bubba Caldwell, 4 catches for 50 yards. The last resulting in a Florida first down at the 37-yard line. Play fake again. Leak from the backside. Hit as he lets it go.
That's going to be grounded.
Yes, it will. Gerard Mayo, who had 3 sacks in the first game in that win over California, as Tennessee jumped out to a 35-0 edge. Chris Leak, he pointed at Carlton Metter.
Yeah.
He said, I was throwing it to him.
He thought for a second it was going to be on number 7. Mayo woke up and said, I didn't hit him that hard.
Number 12 on the offense. That's lost it down and spotted a foul. Second down.
I'll tell you what, when you move the ball against Tennessee, they go into their barrel look. And what that means is they'll put 3 guys over the center right there and then bring their linebackers from the outside. Florida knew it was coming, but it was not handled. Tate Casey just turned loose Mayo that time, and that was a sack.
2nd and 22. Another low snap. Pass complete to the 40-yard line. This is Cornelius. Ingram, number 7, gets a great downfield block. Ingram, who came to this team as a quarterback, a 2-sport player who also played basketball as a freshman, and he makes a huge catch here.
When you zone blitz and you don't get to the quarterback, there's miles of space out there. Caldwell gets it, 1 miss, 2 misses, 3 misses. Andre Caldwell gets the block, another block downfield. I think that was more, and all of a sudden, a play that wasn't supposed to get anything because of a zone blitz puts Florida in scoring position.
Ingram almost quit this team in January. He walked in to say goodbye to Urban Meyer. Now Tim Tebow is in. He's rushed 3 times for 17 yards. Here's Tebow to the 6.
Every time he's been in the football game, it's been the same play and the same result. He's taken it. That's the 4th time he's run the ball. Justin Harrell's in the football game, lined up over the center. They've gone to the barrel look. They're coming from the outside, and Tebow makes another positive play. And is he staying back in?
I believe he is.
Yes, he is.
First time tonight he's had back-to-back plays.
Well, you could see that Urban Meyer and Dan Mullen want to run their offense. This is the offense they want to run.
And Tim Tebow becomes Alex Smith. Except that he's really Tim Tebow, and that's all to the good. Nice defensive play. Tebow down at the 4-yard line.
Now with 3rd down, I suspect they'll bring in Chris Leak. Now remember, Tebow had 2 turnovers last week. Chris Leak has been on fire throwing the football. Do they come back with their senior quarterback?
And he made a move. Myers whispering in his ear with some urgency, and Leak is back. 3rd and 3 at the 4.
I think you got to do this. That way it puts the run pass back in the game. I don't think Tennessee would believe that Tebow's going to do it. You know what's going to happen? It's going to force a timeout from Florida. Wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. 5 of them all over the field.
It's about as many as you can have.
That's all you can have.
Rissler, Leak under pressure. Touchdown! Catch is made by Dallas Baker.
Fake out, come back in. Slide to the outside, come back into the inside. And I think that's the first time that Tennessee showed the loss of 2 corners. You lose Johnson and you lose Fellows. Now you're down to your 6th and 7th guy instead of your 5th guy, your nickel guy. So you're really thin at corner, and Florida took advantage of it.
Chris Hetland's extra point is up and good, and it's senior to senior for the Gators.
Well, and that type, Dallas Baker has just been a touchdown maker lately. You're going to see if he's going to come out and then come right back underneath it. Fake out like he's going to go to the flat. Switch on the play, a bad switch by Tennessee. They played in and out coverage that time, a banjo, and it cost it.
Chris Leak. Here is the kick. Taylor, LaMarcus Coker are deep. Ouch. At the 23-yard line. Now here's Ainge. And the Volunteers in the eye. Jason Swain starts in motion. 17-14. And Arian Foster for the first time tonight running on a gimpy knee.
For the Big 12, they're 2-6 with the Nebraska fate still pending at USC.
All right, Timmy, as you know, I live in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and I can promise you the Buffaloes have been getting blitzed in the media in the Colorado area.
And on the field, too.
Yes.
You know, both last time for Tennessee, it was a 3-and-out. Run on first, run on second, and then almost the sack and safety on.
We welcome you back to Neyland Stadium, fourth quarter. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson, and a huge 3rd down and 8 Tennessee. Ainge with the play change.
Calls coming from the bench again. He lifted up the leg to try to draw the coverage and then looked over.
Has time. Got a man. Brett Smith with a first down after a 12-yard pickup on the first play of the fourth quarter.
The play, that was huge for those guys that came under so much criticism.
They'll try and run it again, and again with the same result. 18 for -3.
18 for -3. Well, they're winning, and they're running the ball on first down. And right now, David Cutcliffe must be looking at that clock a little bit. There's still a lot of time left. 3-point game. You know what I like about David, and he's brought so much to this team. When you talk to him, you talk about details, his details have details. There is no gray in this offense anymore. Every route is drawn up to the foot, and that's why it's working.
That's a pretty awesome record under Philip Fulmer, 113-5. The lead here very tenuous. Nice pass by Ainge out on the edge, and it's another Tennessee first down. 16-yard gain. Jason Swain at halftime working radio on this game. First down and 10. Here's Ainge. And Hardesty nudges out a couple of yards. Brandon Siler with the tackle.
When we talked to Phil Fulmer, the one thing he said he'd like to have his backs do is say, give me 4 yards. I don't need 70 yards. You know, just give me my 4 yards on first down. That's the goal of this football team. When they run the ball on first down, give me 4 yards. They haven't got 4 yards all night.
No, they don't.
At least that time, Hardesty took it up there with abandonment.
I'm reminded of the Florida State-Miami game.
Yeah, I've done one of those too.
2nd down, 7. Ainge.
Oh, look for the ball.
Umpire. Oh, boy.
No, I think that hit.
No.
I think it hit the tight end, Chris Brown, right in the leg, didn't it? I don't know. Chris Brown was not looking for the ball as he was crossing the line of crossing the umpire. And I think it hit him right in the umpire will move up on the play. You see the umpire, and as he crosses, you know, that ball could have been caught. It hit him right in the breadbasket.
3rd and 7.
It's going to be a slot blitz. 2 deep safeties, just exactly what they expected. Here comes the man over the slot right here.
They can't pick him up. This pass is caught. Swain inside the 35. That's 3 big pass plays on this drive by Eric Ainge.
They got exactly what they thought. I'll tell you, Eric Ainge has got some big-time talent. This is tough to do. Here comes right in his face, coming from the slot. He has to fall back, untouched. Now watch him deliver this ball. Right in the face mask. Again, get some separation, they win. You know, Reggie Lewis and Ryan Smith really can't lock down these guys, can they?
And again, the ground game ineffective on first down. Swain with 6 catches for 77 yards. Eric Ainge was telling us on Friday in his first meeting with David Cutcliffe after he had become the offensive coordinator, he said, here are the new rules. I want you to turn your cap around. I want you to get rid of the jewelry, tie your shoelaces, hitch your pants up, go to class and become a leader. And Eric said, yes, sir.
Yeah. You know what I found interesting in that, too, is when he asked Peyton Manning what I should do, he said, just shut up and listen. You'll be a better quarterback.
2nd down and 10. They tried to draw. And
ain't running against these guys.
Yeah, Joe Cohen that time.
I don't blame them. I really don't blame them to keep running the football because they just can't throw it. But again, they ran the ball on 1st and 2nd down and another 3rd down play.
Third down and 10.
Same routine. Give the foot, look over to get the play. David Cutcliffe is actually calling this play from the press box.
And the snap. Ainge rolling out. Threw it behind an unready receiver.
Yeah, and I don't think that would have picked up the 1st down either. I think that was LaMarcus Coker, the tailback that time. Oh, no, it was, I'm sorry, Eric. Came out there, and you see the receiver is just going to turn up on the play. It's really not anyone's fault. That's what happens when you try to do that. That was Chris Brown again. Both times, a little miscommunication, but that's what happened. Credit that one to good defense by Florida, flush him out of the pocket.
Well, from 51 yards away, here's Will Hoyt. 2 years ago, he missed an extra point.
Don't have enough players, Vern.
Uh-oh.
Here he comes.
One of the special teams players hurries on.
Boy, it was poor Chris Brown again.
He's hit 2 from 51 in his career. Snap is high. Kick, maybe. Yes! Now he's hit 3 from 51.
Not many bigger than that, though. From 50 yards, your miss factor is so small because if you're 1 degree off, that ball is not going to make it, and Will Hoyt puts it through.
And he said one of the fascinating things about the study is to study people under pressure circumstances. True. Here's the kick. Uh-oh. Now we've got a pressure circumstance. Florida's got the ball now, down by 6, 10:34 to go. 3-man front for the Volunteers. Leak rolling right, firing right. Caught by Cornelius Ingram, number 7. Deshaun Wynn, big hole. Good downfield block. Dallas Baker was down there to help him gain additional yards. He picks up 27.
Well, the fullback, we talk about the spread. We talk about the 5 receivers. How about a fullback, Billy Latchko, right here? Watch this block as he walls at defensive end in. What a block on Xavier Mitchell that time to spring this play. Billy Latchko says that's the way we used to do it back in Florida football when Emmitt Smith used to run the ball.
Billy Latchko is a building construction major and spent the summer working on a construction project just off the campus from 10 in the morning till 3:30 every afternoon. He's a blue-collar guy. 1st and 10. Slipped the ball inside. Ryan Carl, number 39. Well, we've talked a little bit tonight about the new timing rules. A year ago, after 100 plays, 2005, there was 18 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. Tonight, after 100 plays, look at that dramatic difference. 10 minutes and 22 seconds.
And that means instead of getting the ball maybe 3 or 4 more times, Florida's only going to get it 2 or 3 more times, probably just 2 times, as this game might go down to a 21-20 game. Every drive is important. Tebow's back in, running the ball.
Yep, not a surprise. Tim Tebow, for the 5th time tonight, runs the ball.
And Justin Harrell had to come back in the football game. He's going down. Wants to go down with a victory.
Philip Fulmer said yesterday, we sat in his office talking about Justin Harrell. He said it's a great story It's a testament to his loyalty to the University of Tennessee, but it's also about how well will he play. I think the answer is he's played pretty well. Third down.
They're both going to come from the corners right here.
Leak. Quarterback draw, slides. Looks like he's going to be a foot short.
You can't slide there, Chris Leak. You got to dive across that line. That 3rd down and 6, you cannot slide.
And he came up short.
I mean, he knows it himself. I mean, in a film room, he's going to say, I shouldn't have done it, coach.
Look who's coming in.
Yep. You got 3rd and 5, and you're going up. You got to dive across the line. You cannot slide. Florida's going to have to take a timeout here.
Which will be their second.
4th and inches, shotgun.
Rissler, snap is perfect. Tebow uses that 6'3" frame to struggle for the first down.
Man, oh man, is that guy a load, isn't he?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? 4th and inches, you bring in a freshman, run a shotgun, basically quarterback sneak. You know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. When you go shotgun all the way, you got to believe it. And you can see Urban Meyer believes in his offense.
7 carries for the freshman, 29 yards, and Chris Leak stoically says, nicely done.
Love his demeanor. It has not changed all game in the middle of all these fans.
Now Leak under center on 1st down. Backs in the eye. They'll run it left. Nice tackle is made by Ryan Carl, number 39, on Deshaun Wynn. Look for a moment like Wynn might be loose for a big one. 19 carries, 95 yards. 2nd and 4.
Now, anything close as a staff, you got to be thinking 4-down territory. Of course, if it's 3rd and long, you kick the field goal. 4th and long, excuse me, you kick the field goal. But if it's anything close, you're going to continue to go for it with under 6-7 minutes to go in the game.
8th play of this drive. Cornelius is way wide to the right side. Play fake. Leak pulls up. Got a man wide open. A defender slips, and Dallas Baker has a touchdown. At the 5-yard line for the lead. Hetland. And Florida's back on top. 21-20.
Same play as before. 2 tight ends before, but Leak is going to come out this way, and Baker's going to cross. With 2 guys going the opposite way, watch as Tennessee becomes discombobulated again. They pass off players, playing quarter, half. That's what they're playing on that play right there, and they had the perfect call on the play. That means half the field was playing man and half the field was playing zone, and they had the perfect call on. That's why those coaches stay there until 1 o'clock in the morning. They had the right call on.
Leak to Baker. Mighty pretty. 6 minutes and 30 remaining in this game. Here's Phillips with a kick. Taken by Lucas Taylor. Out to the 20, tripped up, an ankle tackle. All right, Timmy. The Gators lead here by 1. Thus rendering insignificant the significance of that note. If they hold on to win.
This clock has impacted the game.
Ainge.
Beautiful throw.
Finds Meacham. Works his way left, center of the field, and tackled with a 1st down at the 36-yard line. Now here's where the new rule comes into play. The clock stops in college football on the 1st down, but when it is marked ready for play, as it is right now, the clock starts again.
You know, David Cutcliffe's going to look back at this game when he ran the ball on 1st and 2nd down, 3 out of 4 series there and didn't go. He's going to say, what were we thinking? Maybe a little bit. That'll be what everybody talks about.
1st and 10, little screen set up left side. Montario Hardesty.
That's good running.
$16 yards. First down.
Very simple slip screen to the wide receiver. Florida's putting plenty of pressure on up front. They're going after the quarterback. Get the ball into your playmakers. Hardesty takes it up and delivers punishment with it. Right now you're looking at you're looking at field goal position within what, maybe 20 yards.
First down and 10 from the 49. Right side. Caught. Oh, he needed to come to the right.
Hold him down.
Yep.
Hold him down.
Brett Smith.
Like Tiger Woods chipping. Big play, huh?
Virtue of experience. 2nd and 6. Ainge throws it away. 3rd down.
Live for another play. Smart play. Both quarterbacks have been pretty heady. Couple mistakes, that's going to happen. You're going to make it when you got the ball in your hands against these great athletes. But they fought through the adversity, early interceptions, and stayed in the game.
Swain goes wide left. Smith in the slot. Meacham bottom of the screen to the right.
No free safety this time.
Looks like Florida's got to kill their final timeout. No, I beg your pardon. There was a flag on the far side.
Going to get a first down on this, or pretty darn close to it. First down. Florida was in the neutral zone. It's going to come up to be 3rd and inches or a first down.
Marcus Thomas.
Offside on the defense. 5 yards penalty. Still 3rd down.
Right in the middle, right there, you'll see it. They're faking the blitz or they're coming. Don't know for sure, but Marcus Thomas went a little too far on the fake.
3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 6. At the 40. Quarterback sneak. Ainge appears to have enough.
I haven't been watching quite as long as you, but I like 3rd and 1 better than 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see, between the two of us.
Yeah, we got it covered.
What a perspective on this game.
Boy, that clock just keeps crawling. I've been in so many games like this. Feels a lot more like an NFL game than a college game now with the new clock, I got to say.
Clock is stopped. They'll bring the chain out to see if Ainge got enough for the first down.
Haven't had a lot of measurements, have we?
No. 1st and 10, Florida. Florida and Tennessee battle. This is 10 out of 11 years that they have opened SEC play against each other. The one year they did not was because of September 11, 2001. 1st down and 10. Play fake, blitz, Ainge. That's going to be intentional. Yep, absolutely. Brandon Siler was unimpeded.
You know, that's surprising. We haven't called Brandon Siler's name a lot in this football game. He's their leading tackler, one of the great players on that defense. But when a play needed to be played and it's a blitz, everyone knew was coming. They've been running the same blitz all game. Tennessee just opened up and cornered him in.
On the offense, foul is lost it down. It's followed the foul.
And this is not the quarterback's fault. You never turn this guy over. This is the guy that might come free, but this guy should always be picked up. Siler comes right up the middle, a misprotection, and Ainge has got to eat the ball with the linebacker right in his face.
Well, I don't know that it was Michael Frog, but the center was blocking air. He went to his right. Here's on 2nd and 24. The catch is made by Brett Smith. He gets some of it back. That's a gain of 8. And that clock inexorably continues to wind it down. Nearing 3 minutes.
This is a fascinating strategy coming up right here now. With the situation of running the clock before first down on a change of possession, everything really changes in your strategy.
Time called, Tennessee. So if you're thinking about a field goal, he's kicked a 51-yarder tonight. Ainge, four-man rush. Goes into triple coverage, and it's incomplete. Fourth down. Got to go for it, right?
I think you do, but it's going to be tough to pick up a first down here. Now, in the NFL, this is an automatic punt because the 2-minute warning stops the clock, and the clock it doesn't run before first down. But because of the different rules right here, I think they're forced to go for this. I think it's hokey. I got to say, I think it's hokey. I do not like running the clock when the team changes possessions. I think that's a bad rule, and I would change that one. That one right there, right now.
4th and 16. Florida's bringing 4. Ainge intercepted, picked off at the 23-yard line. It's Reggie Nelson, number 1. His second interception tonight.
Do as a quarterback here, you got to throw the ball, you got to get a first down, you got to throw the ball at least past the 30-yard line. You know Florida's sitting on that almost like a goal line. You throw the seam, you hope you can stick it in there and really take your chances. That was all a factor of that sack on first down that Brandon Siler got. That just really was the football game.
On the Florida side, there's Charlie Strong on the left, the co-defensive coordinator. Greg Madison, his counterpart. Jarvis Moss. This is a team that lost 3 big in the SEC on the road last year. They've got it on downs. Handoff, Deshaun Wynn.
Good job by Chris Leak. He snapped that ball with 2 seconds on the play clock. He took all he could out of it. Tennessee uses their last timeout. It looked like they will have to punt the ball before this game ends.
Handoff on 2nd down, Deshaun Wynn.
Thinking back to that interception, if they punt the ball, remember that ball in an incomplete pass would have come all the way back to the 45-yard line. Ended up on the 21. That's 21 yards.
Yep. 3rd and 7.
There's too much to think about in that game. It's just ridiculous.
I love watching your calculator.
I know. I'm going.
There's the play clock. Yep.
He'll bleed it.
.135 on the game clock. Win. That appears to be a yard short.
Oh, he got his foot left. Yeah, he got his foot left of that line.
No, he got a left. Yes, he does.
He got a left foot spot. You get a left foot spot, it's over.
I recall a guy named Madden mentioning that once.
Did he really?
Yeah, I heard that.
No, I stole it.
No. I like your interpretation better.
Right. You get a left foot spot, it's over the line. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now watch this. Goes through. Now this is reviewable. Did his knee go down and then he reached it out? Now this is a reviewable play also.
Here's the stretch.
Left foot spot. That's a first down. Now wait a second. This is a reviewable play. It looked to me like his knee came down as he stretched that ball out.
New rules this year. Coaches have 1 challenge per game.
He doesn't have any timeouts.
If they have a timeout.
I'm sorry, Bert. You were way ahead of me. God, what? I'm not done. I'm playing with a kid over here. Let's see if that knee came down. Wynn's knee came down. That is pretty close as he stretches it out. Of course, it's being reviewed, but does it need to be stopped? Here's the yellow line. Let's look at the knee. Very close.
Oh,
very close. Once they snap it, it's over.
There is the snap. Chris Leak.
Remember we talked about Vern? Chris Leak. This is what he worked for 3 years to get this type of game.
We talked about the absence in his career of a signature win. What do you think?
I think he's got it. But it's only going to get bigger, and he's going to enjoy it, because that's why. When you win big games, you get more big games to play.